Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie, your gym obsessed career woman. So currently it's about 12 a.m. and I am cycling at home, although you can't really see. Maybe not, but yeah. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, if I'm swaying a bit too much, that's because I'm cycling. Or yep, I thought I'll do a video on my bodybuilding journey and why I'm doing it for so long. It hasn't really been an easy journey for me, and I thought that maybe some stuff I've learned along the way will be helpful for anyone who is kind of struggling with weight loss or meeting their fitness goals. So I thought that, yeah, today I'll share some of my experiences. With regards to why am I doing bodybuilding still after 4 years, even though I just wanted to, try it out for 1 year, and perhaps I thought, yeah, like it would be more than enough. I would have, in a sense, tested my mental toughness because I started bodybuilding because I wanted to kind of like test my mental toughness and build discipline. But yeah, so every year I'm like, this is my last year. And I can remember just kind of like crying while doing my workout and telling my trainer I'm never going to do this again. But then after the competition, I'm still doing it. Yep, so I would say there are three main, this is two. Yep, so there are three main reasons why I am considering bodybuilding after all these years. Okay, maybe not all these years, but yeah, even though I thought I will only do it for 1 year, but I'm still doing it. So the main reason I think is the I can do better mentality. Like, if I change this, maybe my body will be better in this sense. If I improve my habits here, if I change my mindset, there might be a different outcome. And yeah, it gets interesting because you kind of get to see your flaws, how your mind works, and not only in bodybuilding, but it also reflects in other areas of your life. So I do believe that by improving my mentality and my discipline with regards to fitness, I can improve my mentality in other areas too. So yeah, that's the main reason. And the second reason would be like the stage itself. Okay, this is a bit like superficial and I'm very vain, so yeah, just leave it at that. But like the stage is so amazing. Like there's an addiction to like standing on stage and performing. So you wear your glittery bikini and like you're all like nicely oiled up and like getting nice makeup and hair, and then you just go out and like do your catwalk. Yeah, and like pose and smile, and it's quite fun. So yeah, that is the second reason. It's an important reason. So the third one would be the changes that I see in the people around me. So that wasn't something that I actually expected, because I hated exercising. My family didn't really used to work out that much, but like now my dad is like working out 6 days a week. He goes to the gym 6 days a week with my mom, and I'm just like, what happened? So like 2 years back ish, like he started going to the gym with me whenever I came back to Singapore. So I used to live in Japan, but whenever I came back to Singapore, because he wants to spend time with me, so he would go to the gym with me. And I think something sparked in him, so he started going to the gym, and then he started finding it fun. And because of going to the gym, he started like taking care of his like food intake, like what he eats. And he has lost 10 kg and can do pull-ups at like 71 years old. So good job, Dad. But yeah, it's interesting like to see how people around you are actually getting affected in a good way to improve their fitness. And yeah, so I thought that this is like a super plus point, which of course I'm not the driver, but I'm very happy to be a little tiny influence. I'm getting a bit breathless, which means that okay, it's a good workout. Yeah, my workouts are a bit like low intensity, so I just have to keep my heart rate at about 120. So I still can talk, but I think if this continues on a bit longer, yeah, I don't think anyone can understand me. So I will just wrap it up soon. But anyway, towards the second topic on, so if you're not meeting your fitness goals and your weight loss goals, well, if I were not doing that, then what would I do is something that I would like to share. So the first thing I would do would be to get a trainer if I don't have one. I think that trainers are pretty expensive, but I think of it as an investment instead of, like something like an expense that is not good. Okay, my brain is a bit dead right now at 12 a.m. Anyway, yeah. So the thing with regards to getting a personal trainer, I would think is to, number one, don't be afraid to try different trainers before deciding on one. I would actually really recommend people to do that. And I think in the end, it's really kind of like, who do you match well with? And are they giving you results? So maybe you can try different trainers at the start and then go to someone who you think, well, might suit you in terms of like personality, how they, act when they're talking to you, etc. And their skills, of course. But if, you're going to the personal trainer and after a period of time, like, you don't really see results, even though you're changing things and stuff, then I actually don't think it's a bad thing to change trainers. So I've stuck with like one trainer for 3 years, even though I wasn't seeing results. And okay, I know 3 years is a pretty long time, and even looking back at it, I'm like, why did I do that? But yeah, so I would say don't be afraid to change trainers. I understand that there is like the, oh, but he's a nice person, she's a nice person, we've been together for so long, I will feel like, I'm betraying them, etc. But I think, in the end, results are the thing that matters. So of course you can leave in a nice way, you still can be friends, etc. But yeah, I would say just prioritize the results, and if the person is not providing results, don't be afraid to change trainers. Yep. And the second will be super cliche actually, but like, oh my god, I don't want to say it, but yeah, like, know why you're gonna do it. So I mean, it's like you're probably like, duh. I thought that was really one of the most important things. You'll have to make sacrifices for sure throughout this journey. Whether it's weight loss, you have to eat lesser, maybe you can't go out with friends for like, I don't know, cake. Or maybe if you want to exercise more, you have to wake up earlier, you have to sacrifice your Netflix time for working out in the gym, etc. So that all requires sacrifice. And if there is like, a super yummy looking cake in front of you and all your friends are like, just take a bite, like, you say you won't eat cake, but it won't hurt. And then if your why is not strong enough, you'll end up eating it. I would have to confess that my why wasn't very strong for the past few years. And it's also kind of like a habit. My stress response is to eat. And so that's like kind of like double. So my why wasn't strong. So when I get stressed at work or something, I would just end up like binging. So know your why. And also to not only just know it, but keep repeating it. So I realize that I say so a lot. But anyway, because people forget things very easily. Even if I know it, if I don't get reminded of it, I will, just forget it. And like the thing that is in front of you that is so tempting, that might be your cake. Okay, I love cake. Or your bed, which is like so enticing. Those, you need your why to fight those times, I would say. So the third thing that I think is super important in reaching your fitness goals or weight loss goals will be to change your identity. If a huge part of your identity is tied to, something that you're not supposed to be doing or something that will not move you towards your goals. It's easier said than done. Your identity has been built up for like 20 years, 30 years or more or less. And it's a bit difficult to, just change your identity around it. But I think with influences from people around, like hanging out with people who have that identity of, the person who does the actions that you want, then that will be a lot more beneficial. For example, in my case, in my first year of bodybuilding, I just completely had the identity of someone who eats a lot and a lot of junk food. So I loved like eating like cheese naan, and I loved eating cake, etc. So after my competition, I just went all out eating, and like I would post like me eating all the like yummy foods, and so that was my identity, someone who eats a lot and who loves eating. And I think that I need to really change that. So I can't say, okay, my identity has changed, but I think I'm getting pretty close, and I hope that I will be able to maintain this new identity which I am creating in my head right now after a competition. So we'll see how that goes after my competition. I hope I won't be looking back at this video like 1 month later, 2 months later, and be, what's she saying? The identity I'm thinking of right now is not someone who, just eats anything, who just like doesn't care about her health, or well, say she cares about her health but is not doing the actions that will lead her to being healthier. So I'm trying to change it into an identity where I'm someone who is like health conscious, who wants to, maintain a body that, well, I want. And I want to kind of like, so I'm a bit greedy. Of course, in the food sense also, but in the, I want everything sense. So I want to be like someone who can perform at work while being able to keep fit, while being able to connect with the people around her, be kind to everyone. So in a sense, I kind of want it all. Of course, it's not easy. I've been working on it for, well, at least the past 3 years plus. But I think I'm getting closer. I hope I don't just balloon up after competition going, oh my god, all this food. But yeah, so we'll see. And I hope that like for you too, that will be something that you can think about. And yeah, hopefully that will be beneficial. I know that you're probably thinking, what is this, like, I don't know, mindset, like, what's she saying? I thought I was expecting more fitness related, like actual things to do, like what should I eat, what supplements should I take, how many times should I exercise a week, etc. But I think even with all that knowledge, in the end, it's, are you able to execute on that or not? And to execute on that is it has a lot to do with your mindset. Of course, going forward, I will post all the hacks that I've learned about, like, speeding up your metabolism, what spices are good, what supplements are good, how to increase your calorie burn on a normal basis, even without exercise, etc. But I think fundamentally, it's really the mindset and to get the knowledge and the foundation for starting this journey. Yep, so this is kind of like, I don't know, just me being an old woman and talking about like my life experiences, which is actually nothing much, but I hope it may be beneficial to some of you. And if there are any things that you would like me to talk about, please leave it in the comments or message me on Instagram. Yep, so thank you for listening to me, and I'm actually almost, not yet, but yeah, I'll continue cycling and think of what to bring up in the next video. See you, good night. Or maybe it's not night where you are, but yeah, bye bye.